In the past few decades, there has been a troubling rise in school shootings and other violent behaviors among youth in the United States. As of July 11, 2024, there have been 35 school shootings reported, a number that seems alarmingly high when compared to the relatively fewer number of people who have won the Powerball jackpot. This raises a disturbing question. Is it now more likely to raise an unstable child than to win the lottery? What could be causing this unsettling trend? This post investigates the hypothesis that the pervasive presence of cell phones and wireless devices fitting conveniently into our pockets is a significant contributing factor. The entropic waste from these devices, non-thermal electromagnetic radiation, may be subtly altering the development and behavior of today's youth. We will explore how this technological madness impacts children's bioelectric properties, drawing parallels to how external forces affect outputs in large language models. By examining these issues, we aim to understand how we can return to a time when winning the lottery was more likely than raising a deranged shooter. The rise of technological madness. The late 1990s marked the beginning of a significant shift in technology. Cell phones, once bulky devices that did not fit in pockets, became sleek and portable. The first major school shooting, the Columbine High School massacre, occurred in 1999. Since then, the frequency of such tragic events has escalated, coinciding with the widespread adoption of wireless technology. School shootings and Powerball wins. A stark contrast. As of July 11, 2024, there have been 35 school shootings in the United States. In contrast, the odds of winning the Powerball jackpot are roughly 1 in 292 million. This stark difference highlights an unsettling reality. The frequency of school shootings has surpassed the frequency of winning the lottery, suggesting a deep-rooted issue within our society. The equivalent odds of a parent raising a shooter based on 35 school shootings among 342 million people, considering that roughly 70% of the population is under 50 years old in childbearing years. The equivalent odds of a parent raising a shooter are less than 1 in 6 million, given much of the population is too young to have children. There is about a 1 in 6 million chance of raising a shooter today, and a 1 in 300 million to win the lottery. The role of entropic waste in development. Research increasingly points to the societal and health impacts of electromagnetic pollution from wireless devices, described as entropic waste. This entropic waste may be influencing the physical and mental development of children in ways we are only beginning to understand. Bioelectric properties and LLMs, a parallel disruption. The human body, much like large language models, operates on complex bioelectric signals. These signals are essential for cellular communication and development. In LLMs, external forces such as noisy or biased training data can lead to suboptimal outputs. Similarly, electromagnetic pollution from wireless devices can disrupt the body's bioelectric processes, potentially leading to developmental anomalies and behavioral changes. Impact of wireless radiation on youth development. Studies have shown that exposure to non-thermal electromagnetic radiation from cell phones can lead to various neurological effects. Research published in the Journal of Chemical Neuroanatomy found that microwave radiation can alter brain activity, leading to changes in cognitive function and behavior. Cognitive and behavioral effects. Studies have shown that exposure to non-thermal electromagnetic radiation from cell phones can lead to various neurological effects. Research published in the Journal of Chemical Neuroanatomy found that microwave radiation can alter brain activity, leading to changes in cognitive function and behavior. This raises the question: could prolonged exposure to microwave radiation be contributing to the increase in violent behaviors and mental health disorders among young people? Hormonal imbalances. During puberty, the brain and body undergo significant changes regulated by hormones. Exposure to microwave radiation has been shown to disrupt hormonal balances, including testosterone levels. Research in the Journal of Andrology found that microwave radiation can decrease testosterone levels in male rats, potentially leading to developmental issues during puberty. Hormonal imbalances can result in mood swings, aggression, and other behavioral changes, which might explain some of the rising violent tendencies observed in youth today. Societal impacts: crime, hate, and gender identity. The link between microwave radiation and aggressive behavior extends beyond the individual to societal levels. Increased exposure to radiation could be a contributing factor to the rise in crime and violence. Studies have suggested that environmental factors, including exposure to certain types of radiation, can influence behavior and exacerbate underlying mental health issues. The need for updated guidelines and research. The FCC's current safety guidelines for cell phone radiation, established in the 1990s, focus primarily on thermal effects and do not consider the significant non-thermal biological effects. As technology evolves and our usage patterns change, these guidelines must be updated to reflect current scientific understanding. The growing body of evidence suggesting non-thermal effects on health, particularly among children and teenagers, underscores the urgency of revisiting these standards. Personal and societal actions. Minimizing exposure. Individuals can take steps to reduce their exposure to microwave radiation. Using speakerphones or air tube headsets and keeping devices away from the body are simple yet effective measures. Parents should encourage these practices among children to safeguard their health. Policy and regulation. Policymakers must prioritize public health over technological advancement. Implementing stricter regulations, funding independent research, and ensuring transparency in reporting health risks are crucial steps. Advocacy groups and concerned citizens should push for these changes to protect future generations. The combination of radio frequency radiation, or RFR, from cell phones and the physiological demands of puberty can create a perfect storm for health issues. Lower testosterone levels hinder a boy's ability to develop into a healthy male, increasing the risks associated with hormonal imbalances. This scenario is not just a theoretical risk, it is a reality supported by growing scientific evidence. Scientific evidence of RFR impact on hormones. Numerous studies have highlighted the non-thermal effects of cell phone radiation on hormone production, particularly testosterone. These findings suggest that prolonged exposure to RFR from wireless devices can significantly reduce testosterone levels, a hormone critical for male puberty and overall health. Bahoudini et al., 2015. Continuous exposure to low-frequency EMF significantly reduced testosterone levels and sperm motility in male rats. Malouin et al., 2021. A systematic review indicated that 85% of animal studies reported significant decreases in testosterone levels due to RF-EMR exposure. Mio et al., 2010. Significant reduction in serum testosterone levels in Weistar albino rats exposed to mobile phone radiation for 60 minutes daily over 3 months. Combined effects of RFR and blue light. Additional research has shown that blue light exposure, particularly at night, can accelerate the onset of puberty by reducing melatonin levels and inducing hormonal changes. The combined effects of RFR and blue light exposure could exacerbate hormonal imbalances in children, leading to premature puberty and potentially unsuspected outcomes. Practical advice for parents. As parents, it's crucial to be present and offer guidance to help our children grow into healthy adults. Here are some practical steps to consider. Turn off Wi-Fi while the cell phone is in your pocket. Reducing exposure to EMFs can potentially mitigate their impact on hormone levels. Educate about the effects of cell phone radiation. Awareness is the first step toward prevention. Explain the science and encourage healthier habits. Encourage balanced use of technology. Limit the duration and intensity of exposure to wireless devices. Promote overall health and confidence. Support activities and habits that build confidence and well-being, including physical exercise, healthy eating, and open communication. Conclusion. The evidence is clear. Cell phone radiation disrupts hormones, increasing the risk of unintended consequences. It is time to address this issue head-on, ensuring that our children grow up in an environment that supports their healthy development. By taking these steps, we can safeguard their future and prevent the unintended health consequences of modern wireless technology. It's time to prioritize our children's health and well-being above technological convenience. Ten FAQs. Q. How does cell phone radiation affect children's development? A. Cell phone radiation, particularly non-thermal EMFs, can disrupt bioelectric signals in the body, leading to hormonal imbalances and cognitive changes, impacting development and behavior. Q. Are there studies linking cell phone radiation to behavioral changes in children? A. Yes, research has shown that microwave radiation can alter brain activity and hormonal balances, potentially contributing to increased aggression and mental health issues. Q. What is entropic waste and how does it relate to cell phones? A. Entropic waste refers to the non-thermal electromagnetic radiation emitted by wireless devices. This waste disrupts the body's natural bioelectric processes. Q. How can cell phone radiation contribute to school shootings? A. While not a direct cause, prolonged exposure to EMFs may lead to hormonal and cognitive imbalances that could contribute to increased aggression and instability in youth. Q. What steps can parents take to protect their children from EMF exposure? A. Parents can reduce exposure by using speakerphones or air tube headsets, keeping devices away from the body, and turning off Wi-Fi when not needed. Q. Are current FCC guidelines on cell phone radiation sufficient? A. No, the FCC guidelines are outdated and primarily focus on thermal effects, not accounting for the significant non-thermal biological effects. Q. How does EMF exposure affect hormones like testosterone? A. Studies indicate that EMF exposure can decrease testosterone levels, leading to developmental issues and behavioral changes during puberty. Q. Can blue light exposure also impact children's health? A. Yes, blue light, especially at night, can reduce melatonin levels and disrupt hormonal balance, exacerbating the effects of EMF exposure. Q. What are some long-term health risks associated with cell phone radiation? A. Long-term risks include potential carcinogenic effects, cognitive impairment, and chronic hormonal imbalances. Q. Why is it important to update research and public awareness about EMF exposure? A. Updating research and raising awareness are crucial to understanding the full impact of EMF exposure on health and to implement effective safety measures.